Derbyshire closed in on their first LV County Championship win of the summer as they patiently made full use of Martin Guptill's brutal double 100 on day 2 on the third day in Bristol, in spite of Gareth Roderick hitting his 4th successive 50. Derbyshire batted on for 11 overs on the third morning, which began with them on 511 for 8, 236 runs ahead. That allowed Harvey Hussain to secure the 2 runs he needed for his maiden first-class 50, one which came off 68 balls and included 2 sixes, 5 fours and a 5. The 18-year-old has what should be a very successful career ahead of him on this evidence. The declaration came when he was out for 61, skying a catch off Liam Norwell to Roderick. Derbyshire ended on 545 for 9, Matt Taylor with 5 for 93 in that, and that gave them a first innings lead of 270. Gloucestershire were right up against it when Mark Footitt struck in his 4th over, Chris Dent with the feather behind to go for a couple. It was going to be a long, hard slog from here if the home team were going to save this match, although they have survived from such positions before, such as in the game against Surrey on this ground last summer. In Roderick, they have a very talented batsman, and he certainly was up for the fight. He'd made 3 50s in his first 3 championship innings of this summer and was on his way to a 4th. Either side of lunch, neither Roderick nor Will Tavare had too many moments of concern on a flat pitch which wasn't offering too much for the Derbyshire attack. Whatever has happened to those green pitches we normally see in April, this one was still playing very well and the visitors had to be patient. A glorious straight drive took Roderick to a 50 for the 8th time in his last 12 first-class innings. He'd struck 10 fours by now, and in spite of this being a backs-to-the-wall effort, he was still at his mark from only 62 deliveries. It took the visitors 32 overs to break through. Tavare on 45, given out LBW playing no shot to Tony Palladino, a wicket Derbyshire were getting desperate for. Roderick now needed to make the most of his start, seeing as there was so much time left in this match. He may be scoring 50s for fun, but hasn't converted any of his last 8 into a 3-figure score, and how his side needed a ton from him now. Palladino struck again to remove Peter Hanscom with a nick behind, a wicket which left the Gloucesters on 145 for 3. Before 2 runs later, crucially, Roderick picked the wrong ball from Tom Taylor to pull and lost his bails after making 75 in a 160-minute stay at the crease. Now on 147 for 4, Gloucestershire were right up against it again. They needed a captain's innings from Geraint Jones. But having got to 10, he was sensationally held in the slips by Guptill, Footitt being rewarded for attacking from wide around the wicket. The catch is worth seeing a second time. Can Guptill do no wrong at the moment? There were still 26 overs of the day remaining, and with their hosts on 171 for 5 and still trailing by 99, Derbyshire may have been hoping for a day off on Wednesday. It was time for 2 Kiwis other than Guptill to make a mark on this game in the forms of Kieran Noema-Barnett and Hamish Marshall, born in Dunedin and Auckland, which is also where Guptill hails from. If weather forecasts can ever be believed in this country, and why should they, there is a possibility of disruption on the last day of this game, and so it was vital that these 2 kept their wickets intact, and it looked as if they were going to do just that, as they both got their heads down in adding 82 runs for the 6th wicket, and they were set to head off with their partnership still alive. But would you believe it? Alas, off screen, Guptill pulled off another stunning one-handed catch, diving to his left to hold on at leg gully. Noema-Barnett could hardly believe it as he departed to the last ball of the day for 31. Gloucestershire must be thankful that Guptill doesn't bowl or drink a certain lager. Gloucestershire now enter the last day on 253 for 6, still 17 runs behind, with Marshall needing to provide something special himself to earn his side a draw. He will go again on 48.